The bank is currently engaged in a drive to stimulate the sector with finance and is reaching out to existing manufacturers with expansion plans as well as potential manufacturing startups. About the bank's support to manufacturing, Inkumbi boasted that the bank has expanded its own philosophy to encompass support in the early application phase as well as post-borrowing to clients.
Manufacturing is at the center of that. And therefore, it's very important that we as a bank and as a country, we are looking at opportunities. How do we support the manufacturing sector of our economy? Access to finance for that sector is very important because that is how they get financial resources as manufacturers to buy equipment, to start new enterprises, to expand existing businesses. So manufacturing is important. It provides employment opportunities for our people, and it's also very important, as I've mentioned, for our balance of payments.
Inkumbi states that more consumption of locally manufactured goods is required to grow the local manufacturing sector, suggesting that manufacturing can benefit from opportunities through import substitution, in line with NDP 5 and the Growth at Home strategy.
If there are certain goods that we are consuming and that we are importing those goods, but we have raw material here in the country to produce those goods which we are importing, why can't we manufacture those products locally and therefore substitute the imports? In other words, instead of importing, we now consuming products that we have manufactured locally.
Manufacturing requires vision and ambition, and for that, the bank has engaged local manufacturers to better understand their challenges in raising capital. He urged sector role players to make use of the various opportunities made available by the bank, and they can expect better services in the near future.
Yes, we have engaged them. For example, a few days ago we had a briefing discussion with them, or rather a workshop with various manufacturers that we invited here in Windhoek. And the idea was for us as a bank to understand the manufacturing sector a little bit better. It faces quite a number of challenges. One of the challenges they always mention is access to finance. I think they also have got challenges sometimes having their products on the shelves of retailers here in Namibia. In other words, securing a market. And that's why we're saying local procurement policies and practices, both from the public institution and private institutions, should look more favorably to locally produced goods and therefore support local manufacturing.
The bank has a sound track record in financing the manufacturing sector, which includes cement, food processing and manufacturing of plastic goods, printing and agri-processing. Since its inception, the bank has provided $1.15 billion in financing the manufacturing sector. For Business Today, Franklin Muningirwa, Windhoek.